Welcome back to Never Done Farms. We're going to be running the no-till drill today. We're going to try to, I guess you say, interseed some orchard grass and fescue into a very thin stand of fescue that we now have. And I'm mixing just a very small amount of clover in. And we got the drill field. Or not filled, but there's like 9 acres down here we're going to drill, and I got it set to put 10 pounds an acre, so it should work out about right. But anyway, let's get it going. And I guess I'll just go ahead and throw in, we're pulling the drill with the trusty old 574 today. Looks like we've got over just a little more than 4 acres, so thought I'd stop and see how it looked like the seed was running. I may be wrong, it's kind of hard to guess. I believe it may be putting just a little more than I want to, but I've got an extra bag of seed on the truck, so it'll be all right one way or another. Another pretty good size. Shoot, I don't know why I have such a hard time talking when I'm trying to film myself, but anyway, what I'm trying to say is I've covered another pretty good sized piece of ground, so thought it'd be a good time to stop, check the seed again. And it's a good thing I did, because I knew it was putting more than I wanted it to, but this is my experience with these drills. I can't never get a real good seed setting on them, but we'll scatter this out a little bit. And drill back to the barn and put a little more seed in it and probably adjust it a little bit. Look at these settings before we pour any more seed in there. We got it on 8, even though I have zero faith in these settings on this thing, because they're very rarely ever right. But let's go to 8 here. Orchard grass on 8 should be 9 pounds an acre. And I've run a 100 pound out on just a little over 7 acres, so I'd say that's just a little off, wouldn't you? We'll cut her back to 7.5. That's, with these drills or any of these seeders I've ever used, it always seems to be a really fine line between putting, you know, getting what you want and putting hardly nothing out at all. So I don't know. My dad had already been drilling a little bit with this thing, and that setting had been working almost spot on for him. So I I don't know. Just the way it goes, I reckon. Just for fun, I added it up on the acre counter because I know I said that I was going to drill a 9-acre field there. It come out to 9.4 acres, so I guess that pretty good. I know at least the 0.4 is would count up the overlaps and whatnot, but anywho, I just thought I'd share that little bit with you. And I'm gonna get this last bag of orchard grass off a truck and go ahead and pour it in the drill in place of leaving it laying over here somewhere for something to get in and scatter. But this is a couple days I've skipped a couple of days here with the drilling, but we're gonna get back at it today. Dad drilled one 10-acre spot for me at hill over there, and today we're gonna drill this other 10 acres here in front of the barn, and then load a load of hay and go home. There's a couple more little spots over here we might drill, but I don't know. We'll dump us a couple bags of orchard grass in here and get it going. That should be enough to do what we're going to do here today. I'm shooting for that 10 pound an acre again, so we'll see how close we get. over, well, close to 5 acres, so I figured I better stop and see what the seed situation was. I didn't realize I'd run that much. I believe we're running pretty good. I figured I'd only been over 3 or 3.5, but I'm about 4 6/10 or something like that, so I'm making pretty good time. I'm having a hard time seeing where to go. I've been running for a while again, so I figured I'd better, let's see, yeah, I got my 8 acres now. I figured I better stop and check it again. Well, we've got seed, but I'm at the point now that I'm almost wondering if I'm putting enough. It's kind of hard to guess when I don't know how much was in it when I started. I know I put that 100-pound in there, but there was at least another 20-30 pound that I poured that 100 on top of, so I don't know. I guess we'll just keep running and see how many acres we get on what seeds in there. Well, I got over a couple more acres. I was up to 12, and I still had seed, but I was getting kind of far away from the barn, so I decided I'd just come back and get this other bag and dump in here, and that way I could just go ahead and finish it and not have to worry about it. But I believe, just guessing, that my rate's actually pretty close to what I wanted. I think it might be slightly more, but not a whole lot more. But either way, we'll get this other bag in there and get her rolling. We're down in the short road now. I don't know if you can see that little triangle or not, but I just like a round or two having it done. That's got her done. I ended up with 14.7 acres, which is 4.7 more than I said it would be, but I just always called this here 10 acres. Of course, behind this barn down here is kind of an odd corner, so I guess you shouldn't even really call it part of what I call a field here, which is really just one big field, as you can see. But I just like to divide it and do it in little blocks, which is probably, I don't know, it just works out better that way. You can get longer, straighter rows. But I've got this other hillside here going around beside the corn. There's 6 or 7 acres here, and then on the other side of the corn's the back side of the hill, and there's probably 10 or 12 acres back there. And as you can see, there ain't much there, but I don't think I'm gonna do no orchard grass on them. I may, this front side here, I may do fescue and timothy on it, and I'm probably not gonna put no legumes in it because I've got several different kind of weeds that I'd like to try to do something to. But the back side of the hill don't have as many of these weeds, and I'm thinking I may leave it till spring and try a crop of this, either Kobe or Korean Lespedeza. It's what they always call the poor man's alfalfa. Most people probably don't even know what it is, but it's an alfalfa like legume that the old people or or people back in the day, let's put it that way, growed to feed their work horses and mules. And I've always wanted to try a crop of it, so I may do that. But anyway, I'm gonna walk up here and take a look at this corn and see what it's looking like. This is my late corn that I planted the 26th of June. And you can see it, just looking at it, it looks pretty good, but here in the last month, it ain't had maybe an inch of rain on it. And I'm afraid, well, I mean, it's making a little bit of an ear, but I don't know if it's ever gonna make enough to see, like, that's not a good ear, but the corn picker will pick that. But then you get like that little old ear, that one, just a bunch of these other little old ears. It won't pick them, it'll just suck them down in the rollers and grind them up and spit them out on the ground and you lose them. But I thought about maybe chopping this. There's like 6 to 7 acres of corn here, chopping it for silage, but like I said earlier, I'm 26 miles from home, so it'd be a great big undertaking to haul that home in a old 2-ton Chevrolet truck, which is the only option I have. So I guess we'll just hope that, or well, it's past hoping for rain. It's made its crop, so I don't know. I guess I'll just leave her, let her dry up, and pick what I can pick, and call it good. Well, that's got the old tractor and drill in the barn. I'm just gonna get in this other tractor and load a load of hay on the trailer and head home. So I guess I'll end this in here, and thank y'all for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.